Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to learn how to make this cute lion cake topper. So I've got some Saraceno modelling paste that I have coloured in sort of like a chestnut brown. We're just going to make the body, which is like an egg shape, quite small, and then we're going to roll some legs just by rolling a sausage, and we're going to cut that in half. And we want the bottom bit to be flat. So that we can attach a paw to that, and then same method for the front arms, only this time instead of cutting diagonal so it attaches to the body, we're going to at the bottom we're going to do it diagonal so it attaches to the top. We're going to roll a circle and flatten it at one side, and that's going to make the paw, and we're just going to attach that with a little bit of water. I'm going to do the same for both sides, and now I've just taken some lighter brown and we're just going to roll some really tiny balls, and I'm just going to put these on the pads of the feet. So this is completely optional, I just felt it just added to the cuteness, and that's why I did that. So I've got a 1-inch polystyrene ball, and I'm going to roll sort of like a flat circle and just wet it, and we're going to put the ball in the middle of that. And then we're just going to seal that off and roll it together into another ball just to make sure that we've got rid of all of those lines. Using your two little fingers, we're going to imprint 2 eye sockets, and then with some lighter brown we are then just going to go ahead and make the mouth area and attach this to the face. So you can see it's bigger at the top than it is at the bottom, and we're just going to draw a line down the middle of that, and using the Dresden tool at the bottom to create the mouth area, a ball tool just to create the space for the nose, and we're just going to stretch out that eye area just a little bit just to make it a little bit bigger, and then in with a smaller ball tool just to create the eye sockets. Just smoothing over and pushing the mouth area where we want it to go. So we've got 2 white balls of fondant, and we're just going to pop those in for the eyes, using the ball tool just to spread those out a little bit more, and then we're going to use the ball tool just to indent where we want the colours to go. Now I stuck with a brown for this one, so I'm just using that really pale brown that I've already used for the mouth. We're just going to pop it in the centre, and then just using the ball tool just to spread that out. And then a little nose, which is just a little triangle that I've coloured in just a really deep chestnut colour, and I've done this to match in with the hair. So we're going to paint the eyes just with a really thin brush. We're going to do a dark outline around the whole of the colour that we've popped in, and we want to make sure that the top is a lot darker than the bottom, just because that's the way that the light falls, so everybody's eyes are always darker at the top than it is the bottom. It's up to you how dark you take it and how much colour that you add. So I'm just going to paint that in and just blend it down, and then we're just with a clean brush and taking off some colour from the bottom as well. Then I've got some black fondant that I've just rolled into a bit of a sausage with a point at one end, and this is going to be the eyelid eyeliner. So we're just going to wet that with a bit of water, and we're going to push that down onto there, using your scalpel just to chop off the excess at an angle. And then some blacks for the middle of the eyes, so just a really small blob. We're just going to pop that in, and then for the light reflection for the eyes we've got a tiny blob of white. We're just going to stick that on. And then I'm just going to paint underneath the eyes in the chestnut colour, just a really thin line. We're going to put this colour on, and then we're going to remove the majority of it, and we're just going to shade in between the mouth as well. Again, using the method of popping it on and then just taking it off, just to kind of like make it a little less prominent. A cocktail stick through the middle, and we're just going to attach our head to that just with a little bit of water. It should slide straight through the polystyrene ball that's in there. So same method for the feet at the front, flatten one side and just using your scriber needle to put in the paw marks. I'm just going to attach that with a little bit of water and stick that down. Same with the other paw. Just pushing it into place like so. So that's what it's like with both on. We've got some tiny little eyebrows. Again, these are optional. Remember that the pointy bit goes towards the outside of the face and the bigger bit goes in the middle. Try to get them both the same. You could draw these on if you found that easier. So for the ears, 2 circles, and we're going to put the ball tool in the middle of that. Then some of the darker chestnut colour, I'm going to ball tool it again. And then we're just going to pinch together one side like so, and then the same for the other one, and that is going to create our ears. So I've got some of the same colour that I did the nose, and I'm just running my knife all the way along, not pressing it all the way down. I'm just looking to create an indentation of kind of like fur, rather than cut anything here. So I'm just literally just tapping the knife on and working my way across. Just re-going over any areas I feel that I haven't put enough in. And then just with the scalpel, we're just going to cut some lines in. This is so that when we put it on the lion's head, they sort of pull open a little bit. So we're going to chop that in half and then just angle it so that it's pointy at one side, and this is the side that we're going to use to stick in the corner of the face. And we're going to attach it on flatly, so we want that join just to attach to the head. So just put a tiny bit of water there for it to stick down on, and the rest we kind of want to flick it back a little bit. So you can see I'm just pushing it in, and then you can see how that bit's like flicked back. And you're going to work your way around the whole of the head doing this. So I did, I think maybe about 3 or 4 layers just to build it up. So we're just going to add another layer on. And when you put this layer on, the slits that you've got don't really want to go exactly where the slits are on the front row, because you kind of want to have that pattern of it's, you know, it's building up and it's full. And you can see I'm just pushing it into place, and then I'm just curling the top bit around with my fingers. We're going to pop the ears on at the side. Now I've done my ears drooping down. You could do them standing up if you wanted to. I'm just going to push that into place. And then add in some more. So it's just basically you're adding until you feel like there is enough there and that you're happy with how it's looking. You might need to just add a little bit more water to make it stick. I've got a full range of animal tutorials now on my channel. We've got a little bit for the front. So again, we're going to push that on. Get in with your Dresden tool. I've got quite chunky fingers, so sometimes I need to rely on my tools a lot more. And I'm going to build up a couple of layers like that. And just pushing it down. And then once you're happy, it should look like this. We're going to make a little bit of a fringe. So just a tiny bit of fondant. I'm just going in with my scriber needle just to make the lines in there. And we're just going to attach that to the front. Now the fringe is optional. You don't have to put it on. It looks fine without it. But that's what it looks like when it's complete. Here's the cake that I put it on. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please click the links on the screen now. Thanks for watching.